guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another pregnancy update. Today we're going to be talking about weeks 26 through 30. Before we get started, make sure you guys are subscribed to our channel and go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. That way you guys don't miss any of our future videos that we're going to post. So before we get started talking about my symptoms today, let's check in with baby Dallas, baby girl, and see how she's doing so far. I'm now 30 weeks pregnant, like I said, and my app says that she is as big as a zucchini. She's about 15.7 inches, somewhere around there, and anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5 pounds, so averaging around 3 pounds right now. The app also says that this week baby's skin is getting smoother and her brain is getting even more wrinkly to make way for all the essential brain tissue, and baby is now strong enough to grasp a finger, which is really cute. One of my favorite features on apps that I use for pregnancy updates also shows you the size of baby's hand and feet right now. So that's about the size of her hand. The pink outline. The gray outline is supposedly how big it'll be at birth, and the pink outline is how big it is right now. So now that we've talked about Dallas, it's time to talk about me and my updates for being 30 weeks pregnant. If you saw my last vlog that I put up on my channel, it was all about the 3-hour and the 1-hour glucose test and gestational diabetes, and I do have a new update on that since meeting with my doctor. I'm gonna give a quick recap for anybody that may not have seen the previous video. Essentially, I took the 1-hour glucose test to test for diabetes and I failed by 1 point. So I had to go back in and do the 3-hour test, but I do not do well drinking those sugary drinks on an empty stomach. So I got sick after taking the 1-hour glucose test. And then the 3-hour glucose test, I was only able to make it past the first blood draw. And then I got sick, and therefore we couldn't finish the test because the drink didn't stay down. And my doctor had said that based off the results they were able to get, she didn't think that I had gestational diabetes. And I took the test on Tuesday of last week, and I was scheduled to meet with my doctor again on Monday. So she had kind of said that we could just discuss things then, but I got nervous waiting in the meantime, and so I messaged her again and I was like, hey, I'm just curious, what are your thoughts on me getting like a glucose monitor and just testing my sugars this weekend? That way I have something to show you on Monday. And my doctor is super supportive. She's really nice, and she messaged me back pretty much right away, and she was like, yeah, if that'll make you feel more comfortable, that's definitely something we can do. And she gave me kind of the parameters for what my numbers should be at, like the range. And so I took my numbers all throughout the weekend and took them into her on Monday, and based off of the numbers that she saw and the foods that I was eating, she is now like 99% confident that I don't have gestational diabetes. And I'm really glad about that because I had started freaking out way too much about it. I pretty much actually gave myself a panic attack one night because I decided to have a piece of chocolate cake, and I was freaking out when it came time to test my blood sugar because I was like, what if my blood sugar's high? Like, what if I've hurt her? And I was just giving myself a heart attack about it. I started shaking, I raised my blood pressure, all from me freaking myself out. And so once my doctor saw my numbers, she was like, you do not need to do this anymore. She was like, you need to calm down, take a deep breath, and just continue your normal diet. You know, of course, they always advise pregnant women to, you know, eat sweets and snacks in moderation, you know, resume a healthy eating diet. And I'm so thankful to God that I do not have to worry about that for the rest of the pregnancy. Some of the other symptoms that I've had the past couple of weeks, especially now that I am in the 3rd trimester, is just being tired and my body hurting from her growing, which is normal. I mean, we're at the final countdown now. We've only got about 10 weeks left until she gets here, and now is when she really starts packing on about ½ a pound a week. And I'm a more petite person, and so I think it takes kind of a little bit of a toll on your body, you know, so I'm trying to get more rest and see my chiropractor to really help make sure that it's not messing up my back too bad, and that really seems to help. Acid reflux for me is also something that's still around. Thankfully, it's not consistent. I think it's really linked right now to her position and how she's sitting, because some days I really don't notice it much at all, and then other days my throat is on fire all day. No matter what I eat, it doesn't matter. So I think it has to do with like how far she is and if she's pushing on my stomach, and a little bit too of what I've eaten that day. But still not as bad as my first pregnancy. I'm still able to manage it for the most part with trying to watch my diet and just Tums, because I really didn't want to have to be on any extra medications while I was pregnant with her. Something that I've also started doing since about this week is I've kind of started the nesting phase and just trying to, you know, get as much as I can ready. For me, one of the challenges still is having to go through Austin's things and kind of get into my head that those are Dallas's things now, because we had packed all that stuff away after he passed away. And so now, slowly but surely, a little bit at a time, I try to get like maybe one box down and go through it. Like last night I got out his bottles that she's going to be using and started cleaning them, and it's so bittersweet because now I have like baby stuff in my house again, and I was so excited to be able to put the bottles away and to have like a bottle drawer for the baby in our kitchen again, and just to see that stuff. But it's also still a bit of a challenge, because right now I still think of those as his bottles because she's not here yet and she hasn't used them. But I know that's something that will get easier with time, and especially once she's here, those will feel more like her things, or more like her and Austin's things instead of just Austin's. We have made progress on the nursery. That's actually where I'm filming right now, so you guys are getting a little bit of a sneak peek. You can see what color we painted the room, and I'm so excited. I think it's gonna fit her perfectly. Just looking around the room right now, we still have quite a bit of a ways to go as far as getting furniture painted and getting decorations and things put up, but it's nice to start seeing things take form, and it just really starts to feel real that in a couple of weeks we're going to be bringing her home. Another thing that we've done recently is we have pretty much finalized our baby registry. I decided to register at Target and Walmart, and then there's a little bit of stuff on Amazon, and I will put the links to our registry down below in case anybody's interested in seeing what I put on my registry list. Our baby shower is towards the end of March and beginning of April, so we still have a couple weeks before we'll really be getting any more stuff to put away for her. But yeah, really at this point, besides just getting used to the body aches and stuff and the tiredness that comes with third trimester, I'm starting to get really, really excited that we're in the final stretch, the final countdown, final 10 weeks before we get to finally bring her home. And it's just so surreal that after almost a year now of not holding a baby of mine, not being able to hold a child of mine, that I'll finally be able to have a baby in my arms again and get to experience more of the positives of motherhood. I'm looking so forward to that. And before I let you guys go today, I am going to give you a little bit of a bump shot so we can see how big baby girl's gotten. Okay guys, so this is gonna be my bump shot for 30 weeks pregnant. She's really starting to grow and get out there. That's going to be it for this week's pregnancy update. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, give our channel a thumbs up, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.